Wrapping up the show and the week, as always, with Kevin Kietzman. Uncanceled is 15 minutes away. He's got his Masters pullover on. And you've been how many times?
Four times. 4 times, yeah.
You said quietest place you've ever been?
The 16th tee box is the quietest place on earth.
See,
with that many people around.
Yeah. I've been twice, and I always enjoyed the 16th green, the backside of it, because then you could get down the 17 fairway.
Right.
But because you're kind of stuck if you're on the 16th tee box.
Yeah.
But it's a magical place.
If you get in that grandstand just right by the 16 tee box, it's to the side. It's on the other side. And then I saw yesterday, there's more people up on a hill. They've cleared a hill now, and there's even more people than when I was there. I think the crowds are getting bigger. But if you're in that grandstand, you can look to the right and see all the action on the 15th green as well. So you get all the 16th hole, the 15th action going on the par 5 over there. It's just the best place on earth. I mean, I wish I was there. I love you, buddy, but I wish I was there right now.
Hey, me too. Trust
so cool.
me. I really wish I was there. It is an amazing place. I'll never forget, and you may remember this one just as a sports guy, 2009 Sunday, Phil Mickelson shot a 6-under 30 on the front 9. Him and Tiger were in the same pairing. And I was there with my college roommate. His dad had been offered tickets. He couldn't go. He gives them to us. So we go down. We're juniors in college. And I have never been, and I've been fortunate, been to a World Series, been to some big football games and whatnot. The electricity at that place, Tiger and Phil going birdie for birdie, Phil 6-under on the front 9. I mean, I bumped into Butch Harmon, his old swing coach, who was there at the time. That is something I will never forget in my entire life.
No, it's unbelievable. And people ask me, what's the greatest sports venue I've ever been to? And I always say Augusta National, and they're surprised that it's not Lambeau. Number 2 for me, I think, would be Fenway. You being from New York probably don't want to hear that, but Fenway is very unique and special. Wrigley's great. It's great fun, but I don't put it among like the great venues. I'm not sure exactly why I don't, but of all the places I've ever been, I've not been to Cameron Indoor at Duke. It looks really fun. I'd like to go. I think I'd like to try that one. But of all the places, we replicate it pretty well here with Arrowhead and with Allen Fieldhouse. We've got some pretty cool venues right here, but those would be my top 3. In that order, I'd go Augusta National, Fenway, and Lambeau.
Augusta National, Fenway, and Lambeau.
That's me.
That's a pretty good top 3.
Yeah, it's just me. I know I'm from Kansas City. I'm supposed to say Arrowhead or Allen Fieldhouse or something.
No. What puts Fenway in there? The history?
It's just so different than any other baseball park anywhere. That wall and the seats are so small. There's still metal beams that you have to look around. It's old enough to be legendary and iconic and classic. I don't think our stadiums here are. Mm-hmm. I think they just came from a decade where stadiums were pretty crappy and they're pretty cookie-cutter generic. Not that we don't love Arrowhead or Kauffman Stadium or whatever, but Fenway is just completely different than any other experience. And the fans, it's like, in Yankee Stadium to a certain aspect is this the same way.
The old one.
It's more like, it's more like a football game. I mean, they're so into every pitch at Fenway. Now, again, when I went, it was Yankees, Red Sox. Roger Clemens is pitching. So, I mean, I was there on a special Saturday afternoon one time, and it's just unbelievable. The T-shirts, the things they wear, take your 27 rings and shove them up your you-know-what. I mean, these fans they're so into baseball. They're like football fans.
Yeah, and it's hard thinking of Augusta. Like, a lot of people have been to U.S. Opens, PGA Championships, but it is just it is so different.
Yeah, it's a church.
Yeah,
it's a religion. The folks are going to church.
You like
when
the
you go
pimento and cheese?
I don't like
Me
pimento
neither.
cheese. I don't. Those are not my favorite. I do like the fact they have $1.50 sandwiches.
Yes,
and they have a chicken biscuit for breakfast this year that they raised to $2 from $1.50. It's $2 for breakfast. It's so cool. The beers are $5, which doesn't sound like a great bargain, but the cup they come in is one that costs like $6 in the pro shop. If you want to go buy them and take them home, like the cup actually costs more without the beer in it.
They're
cool. Everybody
good.
wants to collect the cups and take them home.
I'll never forget on the 18th hole, the first time I was there in 2009, there was a group of kids. I mean, they were a little older than me. I wasn't 21 yet, but they had a stack of those plastic beer cups. I mean, it must have been 20 high.
Yeah.
And you're really not supposed to do that at Augusta, and most people don't.
Nope.
But these guys were maybe a year or two older than us, and one guy's just on the side of the 18th fairway where it kind of dog legs to the right of hair. He's just sleeping. You could hear him. He's just snoozing away.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's so quiet when people are shooting shots.
18 is such an interesting hole because it's terrible for the patrons. It's just awful. You can't see anything at 18. You can't tell on television. It's obviously the greatest place to watch is at home on a big screen TV, but we never spent any time around 18. It was just not worth it. You couldn't see it. It all humps off the green downhill, and there's just no vantage points. The families and friends have a special area behind it where you can see pretty well, but you can't get there as a fan. Where the fans are, the patrons, they call them, you can't see anything at 18.
You can't, unless you're, like you said, on the backside of the green.
Right.
That's the only way.
That's
you
where
can
all the
see
wives
anything.
and girlfriends and parents and families and all those people are.
You're reacting to what you're hearing.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're on 18.
It's a cool place, man. The first time I went, I walked every hole.
Yeah.
Just walked I said, I'm going to walk this as best I can, and took it in. And then after that, we head straight for Amen Corner. We're headed down to 11 and 12 to watch for a little while, then over to 16. That's where it's all at.
The other thing that stands out to me is 2016 when I was there, and Jordan Spieth, I think he hit 2 in the water.
Oh, yeah.
When he blew himself up in the 2016 Masters.
He had a big lead.
Yes.
And he'd already won a Masters, so it wasn't like he was a young guy choking.
Mm-hmm.
He hit it in the water off the tee, then he dropped and just chunked it. The sod went farther than the ball, I think.
Yeah.
He just a total amateur chunk and put it in the water. That was the end of his tournament.
Yeah.
What did he make, like a 7 on a par 3?
That was it, and Danny Willett won, and it was kind of like, man, Danny Willett.
That's the only time no names win. I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday. They said, one of these famous names is going to win. The leaderboard looks great. When the no names win, it's because somebody really good choked.
Yeah. That is so true.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I know we're both going to love the weekend, so enjoy it, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Kevin Kietzman, Uncanceled, is coming up next. Have a great rest of your weekend. And by the way, next week, Kevin and I both have Kid Rock tickets. He'll be at T-Mobile next Saturday, 7:45 and 10:45. Set the alarms. We'll see you then.